Hi, good afternoon. This is Patrick recording the final article for week 8. And my article was called Influence of Intellectual Property, Foreign Investment, and Technological Adoption on Technology Entrepreneurship. The study is really focusing on how these three different influences, which are some barriers to technology adaptation, foreign direct investment, and intellectual property rights, how these affect entrepreneurs in developing countries to decide to move forward, or they sort of encouraged um, to uh, build a new venture in their country, or is it sort of discouraged based on how these things play? And the study used a lot of data pulled from a variety of databases over several years, I think it was 2008, 2003, to really drill down and figure out how these different areas impact a developing country. And they found some interesting connections. So um, the the basis of the article is that foreign direct investment with strong property rights has a positive short-term influence on the economy of a country, but a detrimental long-term influence in that they become less independent. So with these foreign investors, they want to pour money into this new country to develop this technology, but they also want their intellectual property protected. And the problem with that is it's good for that company, it's good for foreign investment, but it's bad for the economy of the individuals that it's affecting. So the developing countries would have less maneuverability as far as those intellectual property rights and can't necessarily start building those technologies themselves because that intellectual property might be protected. And so the authors of the article really put it as a kind of a balancing act, and it also depends on the future goals of that nation. So if a nation would like some quicker cash and quicker development, they may opt to go for foreign direct investment option. And although that would make them more dependent on some foreign products and and strengthening those foreign ties, it would provide them with some quicker cash. On the other hand, if they wish to become a more technologically advanced nation that's independent, they may relax a little bit of those intellectual property rights, but also lose some of that foreign investment because of that decision. But in the long term, you would see more entrepreneurs come up because they're allowed to use some of that intellectual property from some of those other groups. But you can't have it too loose. So for some of these entrepreneurs, you don't want them their intellectual property getting stolen by anyone and everyone, because that's really discouraging for an entrepreneur. So it really was just more of a balancing act. That was really the conclusion of the article. You need to be thinking about all these things when you create policies as a developing country, and really think about where you're headed. So that is my report for this week. Thank you so much for listening.